Hi, I'm Allison from Thronateeska Heritage Center, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about constellations. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this weird view? Why am I looking at someone playing with a computer mouse? Well, I'm actually in the planetarium here at Thronateeska Heritage Center, and we are going to play around with the big planetarium system today. We're going to explore constellations. So, this right now is our live view. It's set to our coordinates here in Albany at Thronateeska. So this is where the sun should actually be in the sky. We're looking south this way, north is up this way. We have east over this way and west this way. So this is where the sun actually is in the sky. Now, we know, of course, we can't see the constellations in the sky during the daytime because it's daytime. We need the sun to go away. If we didn't have our daylight, we could see the other stars there. But if we had our sun and could see the other stars, that would be really bad news, because that would mean we no longer had an atmosphere, and then we wouldn't be able to breathe. So that's not cool. We want to be able to breathe. We like our atmosphere, so we'll bring the daylight back there. What we need to do to see the constellations is actually go forward in time. So this is running at real time. I'm going to speed things up a bit. You're going to see the sun start to move, and then the sky will change color. Oh, that's really slow. We can go faster than that. Come on. Whoa, there we go. We're coming on into nighttime. And there we are. We're set at 10:15 tonight. So we have lots of stars here, but unless you know what you're looking at, you might not necessarily detect the constellations there. So let's see if we can call up those constellations. Now, backing up a bit, what is a constellation? Now, constellations are just pictures that people throughout history have imagined in the stars. They looked at the sky at night because they haven't always had iPhones or even books to keep them busy, and they were like, man, I'm bored. What am I going to do? And they started memorizing star patterns. And they're like, you know, that one right there, it kind of looks like something. What can I make out of that? And they're like, oh, I'm going to make a big old bear that has a long tail for a reason that's brought up in a story, a really, really old story. So they imagine these pictures, and these pictures are the constellations. They're just completely imaginary. You can make up your own constellations. Do you have any idea how many constellations there are in the sky? Now, as long as there have been people, or anywhere there have been people, there have been constellations. But the International Astronomical Union only recognizes 88 constellations in the sky right now. We got things moving a little bit there so we can see more of them. And I have turned the daylight off so we can see some of the daytime constellations there. Now, the word for constellation comes from stella. That is the Latin word for star. So it's got the word star in it, so it's a group of stars. That's all it is there that people have imagined. Now, I mentioned the International Astronomical Union. They don't recognize these stick figures here. They actually recognize the boundaries of the constellations. They've divided the night sky up into these sort of puzzle piece areas here. So when they're talking to other astronomers, they could say, well, I found this thing in the constellation Leo. So that lets the other astronomer know it's somewhere in this part of the sky here. Or I found that object in Ursa Major. So they know, oh, well, it's somewhere up in this puzzle piece. So it just kind of narrows down the area of the sky that they need to look at. Just really helps because, you know, the sky is really big. It helps a whole lot. Now, if you want to step outside tonight, if it's safe for you to, and you're able to see the stars out through any lights that may be in your neighborhood, some of the constellations you may be able to find right now are Leo, we've got that one there. Let's see if I can pull up some pictures just to help out our imaginations a little bit. Whoa, that's really busy. Let's take those boundaries off. So we've got Leo, the lion right there. Cancer, the crab, is also visible. We've got Ursa Major, the big bear, right there. That one should be really big overhead. Let's see, we've got Coma Berenices. That one's not so great there. It's just a little V, but there are lots of these other constellations you can see. Let's run time forward a little bit more. Woo. As we come into the early morning, let's see, we've got an eagle there. We've got, oh, that's the goose. I forget his name. I need the labels here so I can see. Yeah, the Cygnus, that was it. Cygnus, the swan. So we've got all these constellations. We can run back through to the nighttime and see what we can find outside tonight, just outside our front door. We've got Taurus, the bull. There's Orion, although Orion would be early in the evening. This is telling me that this is going to be visible around 7:52. So you kind of have to get out there just as it's really getting dark. And then we've got Monoceros, the unicorn. So, and there's Gemini, the twins. So these are some constellations. The big ones that you're really easily going to be able to see, though, are Cancer, the crab, and Leo, the lion. As you're getting on into the spring and summer, those are going to be good ones. And then, of course, Ursa Major is almost always going to be visible well. So those are constellations. If you want to learn more, you can check out the International Astronomical Union. They have lots of good information there about all the constellations because they're the ones who've decided which constellations we recognize now. Most of these constellations came from ancient Greek mythology, more than half of them actually. A lot of the others were from guys in Europe around the time of the exploration period. European explorers in the 15, 16, 1700s, as they were sailing around the world, they started naming constellations after things they saw or tools that they used. Of course, anywhere and any time you have had people, you have had constellations. So don't think that these are it. You can always find more or make up your own. So that has been a little bit about constellations. Thank you so much for your time.